So Robert already said that season 3 is the beginning of Invincible's darkest era. So what can you say about this darkness and how it will shape Mark's and Debbie and Evie's journey through the next episodes?
This show is very much about putting these characters through their paces, giving them the most intense challenges we can possibly think of, both emotionally and physically, and this is really a big season for that.
The main character and all the characters, you have to go into the different shadow sides of yourself. And I think that we're going to see that through the character of Mark, and Debbie, who is essential in her humanity. We'll just see how she either guides or is not able to guide, and then deal with her own, how you deal with betrayal. How you deal with betrayal and how you stay stable to be a good force for Mark.
And one of the best parts of Invincible is the characters are always evolving, right? And after 3 seasons, what is your process to reflect the growth of your characters through your performances? Because Deb and Eve in season 3 are very different from what they were in season 1, right?
Well, I think the great thing about the writing of the show is that it takes you along as the actor. They're writing the evolution of it. So you're just kind of following the scripts, following where the challenges of the character are taking you. And thankfully they didn't want me to do like a super high teenager voice when we started the show, so I don't have to think about that too much. Just technically, my voice is pretty much the same. But for me, I find it really just a fun, pleasurable job because I feel like the writing is so good that I just kind of read the scripts and show up, and they give me good direction when I'm doing it poorly.
I think No, but I think that's a very good question. The direction of it, there's so much that we don't see and that we don't interact with each other for, that you need very strong writing, and you need good direction to be able to say, I know this is where I need to tell them where to go. So we really trust them. And also the materials.
Mark, we can be the good guys, or we can be the guys that save the world. We can't be both.
And the Invincible premieres are always eventful, but in season 3 we have a lot. And is that a way to maybe bring back people that may have gotten lost in the season 2 hiatus and mid-season break?
Did you not like the mid-season break?
No. I have to say it. I could lie, but I hate it because, man.
So you're the one.
No.
No, yeah,
I'm not alone.
We know.
Listen,
we know.
We've been very open about the fact that we are not doing a mid-season break for season 3. We're very excited about that. We heard the fans. I think about how I would experience this show as a viewer, and I always want to hit the ground running. I always want to get you reinvested in the show as quickly as possible. And I think, our premieres kind of show those efforts. We want to reintroduce the characters in in a subtle way that's not repetitive. But we also want to give you, some kind of threat, some kind of stakes, some kind of mission, and really kind of bombard you with this is the world. This is the kind of crazy things that happen in this world, and this is how intense things can get.
And season 2 ended with Nolan saying that he misses Debbie. And Sandra, we know that if the time comes, you have to follow the script and etc. But if it was up to you, what would it be her reaction in seeing him again?
I try and honestly work with things in a much more symbolic nature, where it's to continue on living, right? To continue on with this world. How do we forgive? How do we learn, not forgive for them, how do we forgive for us? Or how do we examine how I was a part of that? So I am looking forward to, if it is to happen, how Debbie holds on to herself, as you do if you are if you've experienced a relationship, how you hold on to yourself, and for herself to get bigger while accepting or rejecting, however Omni-Man might miss me. Okay. I gotta tell you also, such a good last line. to season. It's excellent. Like last night, it's like, oh, it sets up everything.
See, I don't want to wait for it.
Yeah.
It's cruel.
All right. We are trying to get it out as fast as we possibly can.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
I promise.
And for my final question, ever since Invincible came out, everyone compares to The Boys as this bloody superhero series for adults, but I think this comparison is kind of old. So can you recommend any movie, TV show, or even comic that it's a better double feature for Invincible?
I will say, in the moral dilemma of the main character who's coming through his adolescence, honestly, I thought Dune too.
Ooh.
And because there's certain, especially there's a. I'm so glad I didn't say that.
It's a minefield.
Yeah. But I do think in the responsibility of the main character, who is also coming through adolescence into his manhood, is a similar thing. And then also trying to understand their moral place and what they do with their power.
I will never work for you again. We're done. It's time for a change.
In more ways than one.
You look amazing.
I don't know. Feels a little serious.